The NHL season doesn't start for 2 more weeks, but NC State will open up tonight against Elon here on Wolfpack Sports Television. I'm Chris Lehman alongside Drew Blevins. And if you notice, Drew, we're at a different venue tonight for this game.
Yeah, instead of being at Raleigh Center Ice as we were previously, and NC State had held that arena as a homestand for seemingly forever. Instead, we're at the Raleigh Iceplex, the one Olympic-sized ice sheet in the Raleigh area. It's going to be interesting to see how NC State responds to the larger surface. Certainly a great venue, and they're hoping for a great turnout here tonight. That's right, and you talk about the bigger ice surface. We also have higher ceilings here. So we talked to Tom Stryker a little bit, and he said that should help the NC State Wolfpack tonight, too. Yeah, he was describing being able to send float passes from blue line to blue line, springing players up on breakaways, making breakout plays a whole lot easier, and also affording NC State the chance to ice the puck a little bit more should they get in defensive zone trouble. And NC State is bringing back a very veteran roster this year, Drew. Not many changes. That'll be a good thing for NC State. Without a doubt, they're returning the Coach of the Year, ACC Head Coach of the Year, Mike Gazzillo, the man behind the mustache, the Goaltender of the Year, Nick Camaris, as well as just an outstanding senior roster. I cannot describe how stacked this NC State team is. Certainly one of the top teams in the league, but beware, seniority can become a little bit of a problem if you get too much of an age gap. The seniors are going to have to act as mentors this year, not so much star players, being able to train the freshmen, bring them up. But certainly, as we talked to Tom Stryker earlier, and I spoke with Garrett Sunda as well, getting a team chemistry early is going to be so key. That's right, and that's another thing that Elon might have some trouble with tonight. They're starting 10 freshmen, almost a complete opposite team of what NC State has. And the biggest thing there is this college-level game is so incredibly fast. You look at these freshmen, although they are coming out of states like New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and New York, the biggest thing is they've been playing AA and single-A travel-level hockey. Once you get up to college, bigger age gap, bigger difference in skill level, and a whole lot faster. If Elon cannot respond to the speed, especially early, it's going to be a long night for the Phoenix. Well, we'll find out if it'll be a long or a short night for the Phoenix just in a little bit. We'll be right back with the puck drop here on Wolfpack Sports Television, bringing you into the pack. And we're here live from the Iceplex here in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm Chris Lehman alongside Drew Blevins for this game tonight as the NC State Wolfpack play host to the Elon Phoenix. Drew, it's going to be a great game. Without a doubt, it's an ACC opener for both of these schools. Elon's second year in the league, NC State's fifth. They're one of the inaugural teams here at the D2 level. NC State was the ACCHL runner-up last year. Elon did not make the playoffs. But once again, first game, new season. We'll see how it goes. It will certainly be interesting. And you mentioned NC State runners-up last year in the ACCHL, returning a lot of players from that team. Without a doubt, and the most notable of those players has got to be the goaltender. That's Nick Camaris. Won the ACCHL Goaltender of the Year award last year, was the runner-up the year before that. That's a lot of talent in net, and with an offensively explosive league, he's going to be a very key part, and hopefully for NC State making another run toward the goal. That's right, and there are, as you mentioned, a lot of power up front. We'll see starting lineups for NC State tonight. A lot of offensive power there. As left wing, we'll have Danny Fredenberg. Garrett Sunda will start at center. Right wing, Alec Engel. That will be a very explosive line for State. Without a doubt, and I spoke with Garrett Sunda on Thursday, and one of the biggest things he talked to me about, not knowing he was going to have the starting shift, is you have to come out and make a statement immediately. Not only does it make a statement for this game, but for the rest of the ACCHL at large, making sure they know NC State losing in the championship game to a team they beat early in the season is a fluke, and this is a Wolfpack team to be reckoned with. That's right, another strong defensive pairing also starting for NC State. Captain Tom Stryker, also a captain last year. He will be with Andrew Cook on defense. The starters for Elon at center, Cameron Bloomer, left winger Hayden Lowry. John McDonald will be the right winger. On defense, the pairing will be Griffin Wolno and Nick Garfield, and in goal, Garrett Johnson. So that will set the stage as we get ready for the starting lineups to be announced in the national anthem. Yeah, without a doubt, and we'll certainly head down to ice level to see what we can pick up. It's a new setup here at Raleigh, at the Raleigh Iceplex, pardon me. We'll see how it goes. That will do it for the national anthem. A great job there, and we did get one correction to the starting lineup. Tom Stryker will not be starting at defense. It will be Nate Sprankle, number 18, one of the seniors. He will only play half the season this year, but NC State's certainly happy to have him here for the first half.
And I think that's one of the reasons they're going to start him, sort of a recognition for all he's done for this team. Also, he's a sizable defenseman. Tom Stryker is still big, but not quite as big as Sprankle. It's going to be a very sizable back line for NC State on defense. Certainly an also explosive forward line as well. NC State very well may score a goal in this very first minute.
That's right, and we mentioned earlier in our pregame, this is a bigger sheet of ice. It's an Olympic-size ice. A lot more space out there.
Oh, without a doubt, and especially you're going to see it played right along the sideboards. NC State now has a very legitimate home ice advantage. They're able to screen players on their breakout straight out on these boards. They're going to have, on average, about 5 to 10 feet of extra space. Using their speed, this is going to be very easy for NC State to zip right around the Elon defensive line. Boom, back of the net.
And you mentioned use their speed. That's something we saw them do a lot last year, coming down the sideboards and coming in lightning fast. You a lot of times saw Billy Manuel do that. Also, Danny Fredenberg, number 15, you see out there now on left wing with Garrett Sunda and Alec Engel. It'll be interesting to see how quickly they start using that speed.
One last thing of note, looking at the goaltending matchup, Garrett Johnston on this end, he's only a 5'8" goaltender, so I'd expect NC State to start shooting a little bit higher than they might normally would to begin the game. It's going to be a good one for certain, Chris.
Face-off won by NC State, dumped in immediately by Danny Fredenberg. Sunda chasing now. Behind the net of the defense, Elon picks it up. They cycle back behind the net again as they will break it out. Pressuring now Sunda as he's deked, and up they come across center ice and into the zone. Knocked down by Cook, immediately shot on, shouldered away by Camaris, picked up Cook again now in his own corner.
And right there, the ice, the size is already making a play right there. Elon's able to get behind the NC State defense, quality scoring chance.
That's right. Now Sprankle will get it behind his own net again as he's pressured. Gives it up to Fredenberg on the left wing, and he clears it out of the zone, immediately taken back by Wolno, and he'll dump it in for the Phoenix. Cook now chasing. He has it behind his own net. He will break it out up the right wing to Engel. Engel floats one up, taken down by the skate of Fredenberg, and he comes with Sunda. Back in front. Sunda shoots. Pad save made.
Very dangerous rebound that comes hard off the pads of Johnston right there. State's got to be able to sweep those in.
Elon back the other way as Panzel forces them behind the net. Centering pass blocked away. Fredenberg takes it. A long shift right now for Fredenberg. He's been out there for almost a minute and a half.
Yeah, you got to be really, really careful, especially on this Olympic-size ice, to keep your legs about you. Short shifts are key.
Klein puts it up center. In comes NC State. That's Jack McDonald into the corner as he's knocked off the puck, but he keeps fighting. Now flipped up into the netting by Elon, and that will be a face-off in the offensive zone for NC State.
Elon's done a really good job so far. I'm very surprised they've come out with a lot of good jump, a lot of good speed. Already created 2 quality scoring opportunities on that last rush. If NC State's not careful, it could be a long night for the Wolfpack.
We really haven't seen them use their speed yet, NC State. That face-off won by McDonald, but spun around the other way by Elon. Stryker at the point, down to sideboards. That one's knocked around and kept in. Kept in there by Panzel. He throws it behind the net. Klein pressuring along the sideboards, now picked up by Banasowitz. He leaves it for Stryker. One-timer goes just wide, and Elon picks it up. They'll turn it back the other way. That's a headman pass. Up comes Elon down the sideboard. Centering pass is still loose in front. Elon now taking control along the sideboards.
It's a good shift by Sam Banashevitz. He's able to get a quality scoring opportunity on one end, comes back and makes a defensive play on the other. Good pressure right now for Elon. Centering pass sticked away by Camaris and cleared into the NC State bench.
So the faceoff will stay in their end. Elon, a lot of energy so far, and they look good.
Without a doubt. Another note about Sam Banishevitz, a first-year player for NC State's hockey team, is a local guy. Actually comes out of the East Coast Eagles organization where he played juniors. Now, of course, a member of this Wolfpack team. Right now, probably their top guy with energy.
Now we'll see Matt Valillo with Chris Nelson, who wins the faceoff. And it's spun back around and out. As Elon gives chase in the form of Griffin Wolno. He picks it up in his own corner, but he mishandles it. And NC State will fight for it. Loose now, still in the corner. No NC State player there to pick it up. Kept in by Nelson, one-timer, sticked away by Johnston.
NC State spacing wasn't good on that attack. It was clearly a mishandle by Volno. And then all of a sudden, NC State is running into each other back behind the net with only one forward high. That's trouble.
And now there will be a penalty as Chris Nelson went in after that puck, and he got the skate of a Phoenix player. That'll be a 2-minute tripping penalty, and we'll see our first penalty kill for NC State of the season.
And already it's gut check time for NC State. It looked like they may have been creating a little bit of a buzz. It's not a penalty you want to take, especially for a star guy like Chris Nelson, but State's going to have to find a way to kill this off.
And NC State really has seemed somewhat flat to start this game. They're not moving their feet. Elon has come out with a lot of energy as this faceoff will come down into the NC State zone. What does NC State need to do to get that energy going?
Well, they got to hit somebody, first of all. Elon's already won the physicality battle. They have 2 body checks. NC State has none. If State doesn't go out there and start hitting somebody, it's just going to be a long night.
And Blue wins the faceoff for NC State. Sprinkle will take it back out. He gains his own blue line and dumps it deep. Johnston comes out of his net to pick it up. He leaves it for McCann. McCann of Elon, pressured there by number 24, Matt Oakley for NC State. And Elon will dump it in deep, icing waved off, and Cook will one-time it up the boards, but off an Elon player, right back to Cook, and he slaps it right back out. A good start to this penalty kill for NC State. They get the puck and they dump it deep.
This is the best shift for the Wolfpack so far, and the ironic thing is they're a man down.
Fredenberg and Sunda out there on the kill now with Sprinkle, and Cook dumped deep by Elon and immediately cleared back out by Sprinkle. NC State not allowing Elon any chance to establish a power play.
No, but the biggest thing Elon's not doing is passing. They're trying to skate it in and establish it with one player. If they're able to move the puck around, NC State is still a little bit slow.
This one brought out by Elon in the form of 97, Hayden Lowry. Lowry down the left wing and around behind the net. He's knocked off the puck by Sprinkle, and Fredenberg will pick it up in the corner. Fredenberg up the left side boards. He dumps it all the way out, and there you see the advantage of the high ceilings. NC State talked about it earlier. Low ceilings at RCI, at the Iceplex, high ceilings, they can get it over their defenders.
Yeah, back at the old barn at Raleigh Center Ice, that's going to be one that's going to hit the beam, and the faceoff's going to come all the way back down to the State defensive end. It's certainly an advantage to have these higher ceilings.
30 seconds left on the power play for Elon. 15.5 minutes left in the first period. Elon controlling it behind the net. Circling, now cycling back behind the net. Once again and into the corner. NC State in their box penalty kill. Sunda out at the point, pressuring now. Now along the sideboard, Sunda goes in after it. Now down to 10 seconds on this power play, and that should about do it as Joe Panzel clears it out all the way down to Johnston.
The other thing is Elon's running a very easy-to-defend power play system. 1 man up at the point and 4 low. Not even a traditional umbrella. It's a very odd scheme.
And that will do it for the power play. 15 minutes left in this first period. NC State has killed it. It will be dumped in now by Elon. Joe Panzel loses the puck in the corner, but Stryker pokes it away, and NC State will try to win this puck back. Still along the sideboard, circling Elon now. Give and go passing, just misses his man, but held in at the point. Now up at the point again. Screenshot saved by Camaris. Nice save there. Joe Panzel picks it up behind his own net. He has it stolen back. Elon, a lot of pressure right now. NC State struggling to get it out of their zone. Andrew Kristoff with it now. Kristoff behind his own net, goes up the boards. That's number 3, Will Bieberdorf. His pass taken away by Elon. Farhat with it now, just outside the NC State zone as they slowly creep up with it.
Chris, you know who's really impressed me so far? It's the Elon defenseman, Griffin Volno. He's had now a couple of great shifts in a row, able to get 2 shots on net already and a body check to his resume.
And that's part of that due to the fact that there's been sustained pressure for Elon, as NC State really has not controlled the puck in the offensive zone much. As that clearing pass, glove down by Camaris, given to Panzel. Now Engel with it along the right wing boards. He looks for Fredenberg, knocked away by the Elon defense. Engel, he misses that one, picked up now by Fredenberg. Fredenberg streaking in, and he's shut down by the defense. Strike from the point, wrist shot, blockered away by Johnston now in the right corner. Fredenberg picks it up into the slot. Near side shot goes high. Sundo with it again, high slot. Backhander blockered away again by Johnston. In the corner, Fredenberg, NC State, their first sustained attack off the skate of Engel. Cleared back up where it'll be taken by Valillo. Valillo's shot just goes wide through a screen. Fredenberg, a great screen there, kept in now by Stryker, who dumps it deep.
And as NC State's going to get off on this line change, the one adjustment that would have made this better, if NC State starts to go wide instead of trying to penetrate through the middle, if they're able to do that, the speed's really going to make a big difference.
McCann plays it up the boards, kept in by NC State momentarily, but now taken back up the right wing. Slap shot taken. Glove save made by Camaris. Might not have been on frame, though. Now back up they go. Quick attack. Zach Klein through the center as the puck caught up in the skates of a defender, and Elon will take it back. Vanasowicz dumps it in. Right back out by Elon. Huge collision there. Matt Valillo with the puck knocked off it, but NC State holds on. Cleared in deep now by Dan Blue.
It's the first time all night NC State has won a physical battle. That's so key.
Valillo keeps it in, loses stick in the process though, and Elon will take the puck. Dumped back down deep. Icing will be called on this one, and we will bring the face-off all the way back down to the NC State zone.
Yeah, Elon so far has been very impressive, I think. It was one of the keys to the game we talked about. You have to come out and you have to establish your presence against NC State early. If you don't come out with a good jump, State's going to jump right on top of you. The game's going to be over before it even starts. For 8 minutes now, I would wager Elon's actually had the momentum.
I would agree with you there. Elon's done a great job. They've had a lot of sustained pressure in their offensive zone. NC State did have a nice flurry down there and got some chances, but they need to have that more. Dan Blue picks the puck up off the faceoff. He gives it up. A 2-on-1 with Klein. Klein looking for Blue, has it knocked away at the defense. Behind the net now. Elon controlling it. Back up they come and out of the zone. This is a 2-on-2, but NC State has men back. Into the zone now taken by number 97, Hayden Lowry. Lowry battling along the sideboards with Cook, and Cook wins that battle. Up to Klein, we have another 2-on-1. He and Blue in again. Klein to Blue, it's deflected in the net. He scores! I believe Klein will get credit for that goal. As he looked for Blue in the center, was deflected at the defense and right through Johnston's legs.
That's going to all be put on Johnston right there. It's not a great opportunity, but it just goes to prove good things happen when you put the puck toward the net. Still though, Johnston's not out on the top of his crease there. He's got to be able to come out, keep the pads down, or else that's going to be happening all night long.
And we talked about earlier how NC State, a great transition team, a lot of speed. You saw it there.
The thing that is impressive, though, is NC State is able to make the adjustment, having the first 2-on-1. Once again, trying to get too close in the middle, right through the hash marks. Now they're able to move to the outside. The pass across ends up getting deflected, takes an awkward carry, and to the back of the net.
And as you mentioned, all that goes on Johnston. A great play by the defenseman back there for Elon. He got his stick on the puck and broke up the pass. Exactly what he's supposed to do. Unfortunately, he knocked it right in his own net. Big hit laid on there. And the whistle will blow. Referee will stop play. A huge hit. That was laid on Matt Oakley up at the blue line. It looks like we'll have two guys going. It'll be Nate Sprankle for NC State.
Yeah, this is going to be a matching minor penalty. It doesn't really serve to either team's advantage to make a statement like this so early on, but certainly that may be a little bit of a frustration penalty for Elon. There was a lot of hacking and whacking going on right there at the blue line.
I'm sure Elon is frustrated right now. Great pressure early. They couldn't find the net. NC State gets a few chances, and they've already put one in the back of the net. 1-0 NC State here at the Raleigh Iceplex. 11:16 left in the first period. Nelson will take the faceoff for NC State. He's flanked by Oakley and Blue. Stryker and Panzel on the defense.
And the thing that's got to be even more frustrating for Elon is the fact that they've had more opportunities, and yet they've got nothing to show for it.
And here comes Chris Nelson. He's one of the players to watch for NC State. Very talented, great vision. He can score. He's also a great playmaker. Oakley pressuring behind the net for NC State. That one cleared up and into the netting by the Elon defenseman, Griffin Walno, number 8. So so that one will stay in the zone.
Now this is something interesting, a little intricacy about the Iceplex here. The short glass here is exceedingly short, rising at only about 6.5 to 7 feet. Normally the tall glass is going to be the short glass, as it was in the Raleigh Center Ice Complex. And now here, you're really going to have to play with that a little bit more.
Great chance for NC State in front. Blue shot goes just wide. Nelson found Oakley in front, and he hit it right off the pads of Johnston before that. Stryker retreats to his own blue line and knocks the puck back up, taken by Wolno for Elon. And that went off the shin of Stryker and backed forward, but Elon will dump it in. Now with it, Dan Blue behind his own net. Cross ice to Panzel up the boards to Oakley. He's tipped on for Nelson, but that one is knocked back in by Wolno of Elon. 10:25 left in the first period. NC State leading Elon 1-0. Nelson through two men, knocked off the puck, sliding, finds Bieberdorf. His slap shot goes high. Kept in by Oakley. Bieberdorf fighting for it in the corner. Will Bieberdorf. Now Farhat in, but it looks like Elon will get it out of the zone, and they will. In comes Elon, poked away there by Sean Bly. The first we've heard from him tonight, a veteran defenseman for NC State. Up the boards and out, NC State gets it up. Andrew Kristoff there to keep the puck moving. Off the glass, Elon plays it back. And Kristoff will take it again. Into the zone, streaking in. Shot from the top of the face-off circle, blocked away by the defense. And Elon turns back.
It really is good to see some of the new faces for NC State getting involved physically and creating some scoring opportunities as well.
Sean Bly with speed. He looks for Bieberdorf to pass behind him. Farhat misses the loose puck. So Bly will pick it up and leave it for Reed Farhat. He gets around two men in. He's got a man loose, a big hit on Farhat. He loses the puck in quick transition. Here comes Elon, 2-on-2. Stryker forces his man outside. He knocks him off the puck. Centering pass all the way back to the point. That one wristed on, very weak, and knocked away by Fredenberg in front of the net. Now behind the net, Stryker has it. He leaves it for Farhat up the sideboards, looking for Engel, can't quite find him. One-timer going high and wide, glove down and held by Nick Camaris.
That's a really smart play by the man in net right there. That shot's clearly going wide, but he's seeing that his team is getting back on their heels. They're playing defense down at the goal line instead of staying up and blocking the passes from going into the neutral zone. Wisely catches the puck and hangs on, gets a whistle and a line change.
A good line change for NC State. They'll bring back out that starting line of Sunda, Engel, and Fredenberg. Cook and Sprankle on the defense. This face-off to the right of Nick Camaris. You see it to your left. In front, saved by Camaris, and he holds on. A good chance there for Elon. We see a lot of these face-offs down in front of the net being won forward too.
Without a doubt, and it's a great strategy by Elon. Camaris has given up a couple of rebounds off his pad. There he had to juggle the puck off the crest of his uniform. It's just having to do with knocking the rust off in the rest of the season. It's never a bad idea this early to put the puck on net either.
And we do it again, struggling for the puck. Elon will come away with it at the point. Engel tries to poke it out unsuccessfully. Sunda now fighting for it. That one gets past the defense. Engel trying to get past his man. He does. But he loses it there as he tries to cross over to the center of the ice surface, and it will be turned back by Elon.
Without a doubt, that was a great defensive play right there by the Elon defenseman.
Headman pass snuffed out by Nate Sprankle. Fredenberg will pressure in the corner now for NC State. Trickling puck out past Sunda and all the way back to Cook at his own blue line. A little bit of pressure, he gives it up to Sunda. Sunda will cross center with it, gaining speed. He'll take a slap shot. That one catches the glass. Now in the corner with it. Engel wins that battle, looks to throw it up to the point, but it's taken by Elon. And they carry it out, taken right back by Sunda, and NC State will turn back again. That slap shot gloved into the corner by Johnston. Fredenberg picks it up, he goes behind the net for Engel. Engel tries to get it back to him and loses it. Floated out, kept in by the glove and skate of Sprankle, great play. And it looks like the referee will call it out of play.
I think he's going to whistle him there for a hand pass, which actually ended up working to the advantage of NC State because had the official not blown that whistle, Elon was off in an odd man rush the other way.
Nevertheless, a great play there by Sprankle. He kept it in with the glove and then had it knocked again back out, keeps it in with the skate. But NC State will clear it back in off the faceoff. That was Stryker. NC State looking to pressure here. Elon will break it out though. slowly carrying it back across. The headman pass misses its man. Camaras comes out dangerously. He leaves it for Panzel in the corner. Panzel double team now. Jack McDonald in there with him. The puck will be frozen up along the boards. We will have a face-off. 7:13 remaining in this first period here. NC State still with the 1-0 lead.
And NC State may have that 1-0 lead, but by no means do they have the momentum advantage. Elon has done very well to hang with NC State this first period.
And NC State, though, has done a great job defensively. They haven't had much attacking chances. They did get the one that they put in, but they do need to find some more offense here as Klein looking for Banasowitz, can't quite find him, and it trickles all the way down behind the Elon net. That's where they take control. Klein pressuring, but it's taken out by Wolno. Wolno all the way over to this near side boards. He will leave it for his defense partner, Nick Garfield. Garfield up looking for a man. The stick breaks, and NC State will take the puck. Jack McDonald with it. Up at center ice, he crosses and throws it deep. Johnson sticks it into the corner for Wolno. Cross ice behind the net for Garfield. Nick Garfield will bring it up. His pass taken back by Nelson. Nelson loses the puck, but it's right back to him. And he turns back, he finds Panzel, and NC State will reset. Now Oakley coming in. He's got Blue on the other side, upended. And back behind the net now, NC State has it in the form of Oakley.
You gotta love the defense Elon's playing right here. It's physical, it's hard-nosed, and NC State's not getting any opportunities as a result.
The puck dumped all the way down, icing waved off by the linesman. Nick Camaras comes out and shovels it down into the near side corner. Taken by Elon, they dump it back behind where it'll be taken by Nelson for NC State. Now Blue looking for Oakley, can't quite find him, and it's dumped back by Elon. Nelson with it again. He'll circle back, bring it right across center. Into the zone he comes, forced wide. He stops, looking to the point. He has Stryker. Stryker, plenty of time, wrist shot, gets through, he scores! Tom Stryker throws it on net. It might have been deflected by Dan Blue. Nevertheless, NC State takes advantage again.
I think it was Andrew Kristoff who was down there too. No matter what, that's the best established possession NC State's had. Why? Because they're able to get a screen on the goaltender. Stryker easily has the best shot on the NC State defensive line. That one sizzles by the goaltender. Outstanding play.
A great wrist shot there. Dan Blue reached his stick out short. And it will be Dan Blue. Dan Blue got a deflection on it. But if you go back and look at the reaction from Garrett Johnston, he had no idea that puck was coming.
No, he didn't even move. And as a goaltender myself, I can tell you, if you can't see the puck, the reaction time from that close into the screen isn't there.
NC State will turn it back. Here comes Bieberdorf. Bieberdorf shot blocked away by the Elon defense and into the corner. Now taken by Valillo. Up at the point. He's playing catch with Kristoff. That one dumped all the way around, picked up by Elon. Pinching his Blybe, kept in by Bieberdorf. Bieberdorf shot blocked again. And this time out of the zone, Elon. And they will pressure as they bring it in. Kristoff leaves it for Bieberdorf. He brings it out in front of his own net, back to Kristoff. Kristoff, a lot of space up the left wing, gains the blue line. Slap shot, sticked away by Johnston. Now Farhat dumps it behind the net for NC State, but it's picked up by Elon. A long headman pass, snuffed out by Blybe. He'll take it at his own blue line now. NC State getting a line change now. Engel, Fredenberg, and Sunda out there. That pass up to Fredenberg, who deflects it in on net, and it will be gloved and covered by Johnston.
And you see NC State taking away any stretch pass Elon's trying to move up on the side there. That's the home ice advantage we talked about. State is used to playing the boards at the Olympic size level now. Elon, on the other hand, has now allowed plenty of opportunities for NC State to go right around them because they're playing defense and content to do so right around the face-off dot area.
Just 4:22 left in this first period. NC State leading 2-0 over Elon. Face-off one into the corner. Fredenberg spins out of it. He gives it for Sunda, jumps over his stick, and Sunda will leave it at the point for Sprinkle. Not a lot of room, so Sprinkle will look to loft it in, but it's knocked out by Elon. NC State will have to regroup. Engel, right side at the blue line, dumps it deep. Taken behind the net by Elon, thrown back up the sideboards, and it will be carried out now by number 77, for Elon. He's knocked off the puck by Nate Sprankle, who takes it behind his net. He's hit and he loses the puck, but NC State will take it in the form of Sunda, who gives it up to Engel. Fredenberg looking for the headman pass. It gets through the legs of a defenseman, and Fredenberg will have it in the corner. Danny Fredenberg cycling now for Engel in the corner. Back to Fredenberg. His shot goes wide. Hansel pinches and keeps it in. Pass intended for Fredenberg, still loose. A little bit of interference there. Elon gets away with it, though. No penalty coming, and Hansel pinches again to keep it in the corner.
Yeah, and to the officials' credit, he's really let them play so far this period. There's been a lot of stick work type of infractions that have been let go.
That's right. He has been very consistent, very lenient. And it will be taken back by Elon. Numbers, though, for NC State. Big hit by Joe Hansel to stop the Elon attack. The Elon man still down. The puck never got out of the zone. So NC State will have to regroup. Elon pressuring on the sideboard striker. He finds Banasowitz. Whistle will be blown. Play stopped. I'm not exactly sure why, though.
Nor am I, but they're going to call too many minutes right here on Elon. That is exactly what they're going to call.
A mental mistake. We haven't seen many mental mistakes from either team, but this is a big one from Elon. NC State, 2:45 left in the period, and at least, or at most, 2 minutes of that will be on the power play. NC State, as we mentioned, a lot of offensive power, and they will have a chance to show it here, as it looks like it will be Nelson with Jack McDonald.
And Benishevitz is on that far wing.
Benishevitz will be out there as well with Sprankle and Cook on defense. This face-off to the right of Johnston, far side for our viewers. And that one almost poked out for a breakaway for Wolno, but kept in by NC State. That one cleared out now. Griffin Wolno gets that one out for Elon. Camaris gets it out to center ice. He finds Nelson, lots of space and time. Nelson will carry it over the blue line. He's got Banasowitz coming in with him. A lot of bodies between him, though. He'll look back to the point for Cook. Now across to Sprankle, all the way back across to Nelson. Up to the top of the point, Cook. NC State cycling now, down in the corner, Sprankle. Back to Cook, he's got Nelson. Nelson now. Nelson will float one in, it's blocked away and taken out by Wolno. 1:15 left on the power play, 2 minutes left in the period. NC State 2-0 lead over the Elon Phoenix right now. They'll regroup behind their own net, taken by Cook. He looks sharp, Banasowitz. And it is knocked back into the zone, but right back out by Elon. Sprankle with it, regrouping behind his net. He'll carry it out with lots of space. Pass intended for Blue, deflected up, glove down by Blue, but he loses it. Nelson picks up the loose puck. He'll cross in. Lots of time. They give him a wide open slot. The pass for Banasowitz just misses.
I'm not sure why Chris Nelson didn't opt to shoot that puck. The shooting lane was right there. There was no part of the net blocked off.
I'm not sure he expected Elon to give him that much space. Nelson now along the sideboards. He says Bly on the point. Wrist shot by Bly, padded away by Johnston. 15 seconds now left on the power play. A minute left in the period. The puck down in the corner. Banasowitz in there with Blue as they fight for it. McCann for Elon kicks it up the boards, and now he'll clear it all the way out. That will do it for the power play. 45 seconds left in the period. And we're back to even strength in the corner now. Nate Sprankle. He gives it up to Farhat. Farhat loses it, neutral zone, taken back again across center ice. Elon will dump it deep. Just 30 seconds remaining in the period. Behind the net, Elon controls. Sprankle knocks his man off the puck, but makes it all the way back to the point. Slap shot coming, a lot of traffic blocked away. 20 seconds now, back to the point. Elon with it, dumped deep. Hayden Lowry leaves it for a teammate. NC State takes it back with just 10 seconds. If they can get it out here, they should get off scot-free. Here comes Farhat, last second chance. That one blocked away. 3 seconds remaining. Lowry behind his own net, and he'll dump it out. That will do it for the first period. A strong showing from both teams. NC State capitalizing on the opportunities.
And the entire thing is for NC State, they've had maybe 4 quality scoring opportunities, and for them 2 have gone in. They've capitalized on the few chances they've had. Elon, on the other hand, 6, 7, or 8, a good handful Nick Camaras has been there. The defense has forced the shots to come from the outside. So certainly a lot of positive takeaways for both teams going into the intermission.
All right, well, we'll be right back with our first intermission report here on Wolfpack Sports Television, bringing you into the pack.
NC State holds a 2-0 lead over Elon right now as we are in the first intermission. Chris Lehman alongside Drew Blevins, and a little bit of an adjustment issue there for both teams with the bigger rink, Drew.
Without a doubt, the spacing is just not there for either side. That last sequence, Elon's offensive opportunity, NC State has 5 black sweaters in the slot area. That's going to allow defensemen like Valdo to have quality opportunities to shoot the puck. And if you're going to have a goaltender screen like Camaras, even he's not going to stop the puck. NC State's got to find a way to start utilizing the outside. For Elon, they've got to keep doing what they're doing because they're finding little holes in the defense that are creating opportunities.
And you mentioned opportunities. Elon clearly with the most opportunities, but NC State has certainly taken advantage of the ones they've had.
Well, the one difference there is Elon is looking at scoring opportunities. NC State is executing on them. They're putting the puck on net. The puck's bouncing around. NC State gets a good hop on the first goal. That's the one Johnson's probably going to like to have back. Then Tom Stryker does the wise thing by just shooting the puck from the point. The lane was open. Dan Blue gets the tip for his second of the night. It's just outstanding play by NC State.
That's right. And so now we have to talk about what adjustments do these teams need to make, and what do you expect to see to start this second period?
Well, aside from the spacing issue, NC State's got to start playing a little bit more physically. It was an egregious period to begin it out because NC State just wasn't hitting anybody. And that problem did start to solve itself a little bit as we went on. Elon, on the other hand, has to find a way to get shots from dead on center. Camaras is covering the corners really well, handling his puck well, had one bobble of a rebound, but other than that, he's been really solid on those. So I think if we see those adjustments, it's going to be a really solid second period.
Well, we're looking forward to it, the second period, when we come back. NC State and Elon here at the Raleigh Iceplex. You're watching Wolfpack Sports Television, bringing you into the pack.
We're back here at the Iceplex in Raleigh. The NC State Wolfpack playing host to the Elon Phoenix. After 20 minutes, the NC State Wolfpack lead 2-0. We're getting ready to start this second period. We'll see if NC State makes those adjustments, Drew.
Without a doubt, if they can start spreading out, this is going to be a really good period for them. Elon has not traditionally been a second period team. They like to come out strong in the final frame. If State can really hop on top of them here, they should be able to secure a W.
Face-off at center, won by Elon. They retreat into their own zone. It trickles in on net, and Johnston will cover up just 10 seconds into the period. NC State in offensive zone face-off.
And you got to like that automatically. Garrett Sunda wins it forward, over to the wing, and automatically NC State's off getting a good jump.
Sunda, Fredenberg, and Engel out there, the forward line for NC State. Cook and Sprinkle on defense. Face-off won by Elon, carried up, and dumped deep behind Camaras, who will poke it back behind the net. Still loose there, they fight for it. Cook there for NC State. Sunda will pick it up now. Headman pass for Fredenberg.
Good body contact right there. Good fall through the hit by Sunda.
Garfield held his own there momentarily after the puck hit off what looked like his face mask. And NC State will get it deep now. Fredenberg giving chase. Same with Sunda. They look to steal it back. But Garfield will spin around with it in that left face-off circle for Elon. Cross ice now for Walno. He gets it up to Hayden Lowry. Lowry over the center line, he dumps it deep. Camaras comes behind the net. He's pressured there by an Elon player who's now hooked him with his skate, and he gets dumped down, and we'll get a fight.
And that's where if the officials are too lenient, stuff like that's going to happen. Right there, it's a legal play by the Elon player coming forward. It's a good chance to steal the puck from the goaltender, avoids body contact, goes for a simple stick lift. I wouldn't be surprised if Camaras actually got a penalty here.
I'm not sure if Camaras did anything wrong there. He shielded the puck, and as you said, it was a good clean play until the Elon player hooked his leg around Camaras, and that's when NC State kind of took notice of that. He got a little bit upset. It looks like it would be Jack McDonald in the box for NC State and Hayden Lowry for Elon. I'm surprised not to see the Elon player in there who hooked Camaras. He's arguing now with the referee, and we'll see. It looks like there will be another penalty to Elon. Their gate opening.
Now, the one thing I can say about that play that may have made Kamara slightly guilty, I don't think the official picked up on it, but immediately the first place of impact he went for with his blocker was up the face mask. That can be called for head contact as well as interference, but the puck was right there. So does Kamara get away with one? Yes and no. Goaltender does get a little bit of leniency, a little bit of space to move around, protect himself, because he is, after all, the goaltender. But right there, it's good aggression shown by NC State. And what's really encouraging to see is they're standing up for their teammate. They're not just letting that go.
And you hear it electrify the crowd a little bit. Some energy. You heard that Wolfpack chant. And anytime you're at an NC State sporting event where they're playing at home, you want to try and keep the crowd out of it because NC State fans can get very rowdy. And now
they're loud, they're rowdy, and they come out in droves. That's the biggest thing. Even if they aren't so loud, the sheer number of fans who are out here can be intimidating.
That's right, and it looks like it will be a power play for NC State. If what's up on the scoreboard now is correct, it will be a 2-minute penalty to the Phoenix. So NC State, their second power play chance. They're 0 for 1 so far tonight, but they did look pretty good. They had some good chances on that power play.
Right now, Mike Gazzillo is having a discussion with the official. I can only imagine that he's sorting out the penalties. And now after that little scuffle, you may start to see a few more things called, your traditional hookings, trippings, and occasional interference. But this is part of the college game. It's a very physical game at this level, and you expect this.
Yeah, and like you said, you expect to see some more calls. The referees need to rein it in a little bit. You can see it slowly started to escalate, and it ended there with a little bit of a scuffle down behind the NC State net, but they will have a power play. As it's one back for Engel on the point. He gives it to Sprinkle left side. Back to Engel. The top of the umbrella. His slap shot goes wide. Sprinkle now along the sideboard. Centering pass. Tipped. They scored! 12 seconds into the power play. Garrett Sunda cleans up the garbage. 3-0 NC State.
And I like the way you put it right there. That is the importance of finding shot lanes. Sprinkle's there. Sees that he's got an open man to the far side. They shoot it. It gets blocked. Then Sprinkle reanalyzes the situation, sees the lane, reopening, puts it toward the net, and Sunda's right there to sweep it in. And that's an outstanding play, and especially when I interviewed him on Thursday, he told me, he goes, I am going to score a goal. There he does. Call him a prophet. Outstanding play.
He was one of the top scorers for the NC State squad last year. Not a surprise. He does what a goal scorer is supposed to do, go to the net. He finds the rebound, he puts it home. NC State 3-0. Just a minute and 20 seconds in to this second period.
And that's the jump they needed. So much momentum going their way now.
And we did get confirmation from downstairs. The penalty on Elon was an interference call. So they did get the player for hooking his leg around Camaris, but Elon now with the pressure. That shot goes high and catches the glass behind the net. Picked up Elon, sustaining a little bit of a pressure here. As they throw it back, Nelson chasing for NC State. Picked up by Fredenberg along the sideboards. He'll retreat to his corner. Back across for Panzel behind the net. NC State trouble clearing. That one gets away. Blue puts on the Jets, but he can't get there first. And it's cleared back up for Elon. They've got a chance here. Odd man rush. And Stryker takes care of it.
Solid play by Stryker right there, but it's a mental error once again by Elon. They get trapped up in their teammates. And when you have that, you really can't hope to manufacture an opportunity because you're giving the other team a 2-person lead by taking out both players.
And the puck deflected up into the Elon bench. The goal again to Garrett Sunda that started this period. The assist, Nate Sprinkle and Alec Engel. As NC State wins the faceoff but can't get it out of their own zone. Elon, wrist shot deflected up high and into the corner. As in goes Panzel. He's got 2 Elon players in there with him putting pressure on. Now it makes its way behind the net, picked up by Fredenberg. He'll bring it up the left wing. He leaves it. NC State now bringing it up. That one centered off the stick of Johnston. Rebound cleared out now by Elon.
Johnston's really not moving well in the net. I think he's a little bit back on his heels. He's made a lot of first stops, made a lot of good efforts at pucks. He's getting absolutely no help on the defense, and he's playing a little bit skittish.
Elon bringing it in now. Down the left wing on the sideboards, now behind the net. Fredenberg pokes it away, picked up again, though, by the Phoenix. Puck kept in still. And we continue to see Elon getting sustained pressure, but really not any good chances as now NC State will bring it back out. Into the zone, down the left wing they come. Kristoff in front, centering pass. Just misses the stick of Kristoff.
It's a great vision by Banashevitz right there. He saw the man coming in. He's a new player that's making some impact.
NC State with it in their own zone, Sean Bly. Bly will retreat behind Camaras. Throws it up the boards for Bieberdorf. Bieberdorf gets it out, Farhat picks it up. He's got Oakley on the other side. Shot deflected off of a defenseman from Elon and back behind Oakley. NC State will pick it up in the form of Bieberdorf though in the corner. He gets it out in front and it's covered up.
And that's a vision opportunity right there. Alec Engel carrying the puck ahead. Immediately, it's a misplay by the Elon defenseman, and I don't really think that he recognized it because the shot lane was closed almost immediately, and yet he tried to penetrate, getting the shot through the shin pads. He had another guy wide open on the far side.
Face-off won behind the net by Elon. NC State pressuring. Oakley's got it now. NC State with it in the corner. Now up the sideboards, Elon will loft it out to center. Hayden Lowry there, but the puck misses him. Loses an edge, the pass gets all the way to Farhat, wrist shot, rebound still loose, Farhat taps it. And a great play by Wolno for Elon as that one was on a wide open net. Farhat took the shot, and the rebound came right back to him, and Wolno gets a skate on it, but he knocks the net off Mooring, so the faceoff will be in NC State zone.
That's something that Johnston's really going to want to rein in and rein in quickly. Those rebounds are bouncing off of him very far out. They're big, juicy ones. Fortunately, that time it was a bouncing puck and hard to handle, but if many more of those happen, you may look at a goaltending change here quickly.
Sunda wins the faceoff back to Cook. Sprinkle tries to get it deep, but it'll be taken back now by Elon. Out they come, John McDonald. He risks one high, and it's gloved down by Camaras, and he will cover up.
And that's really what you talk about in the goaltender. The shot may have been going a little bit high, certainly not wanting to take any chances there. It's not bouncing off the cheater pad, it's right in the pocket. Camaras is very composed in the cage right now.
And like you said, NC State doing a great job. They're giving Elon a few opportunities, but the opportunities they're getting are not good ones.
Well, and you talk about the pressure they're applying, it's really only positional pressure. Nothing's getting anywhere close to Camaras' net, and you have to attribute that to the defensive play of NC State.
Sprinkle loses it in the corner for NC State. Elon will look to get it back to the point, but it's taken away by Sprinkle and Fredenberg. Out they come. The last goal scorer, Sunda, leaves it for Sprinkle. He brings it across the line, up to Fredenberg. His shot, patted down behind the net by Johnston. Sprinkle in the corner now, Sunda covering for him on the point. Swept out and down the ice by the Phoenix all the way down. Icing waved off as Sunda's pressured. He'll pick it up in the corner. Lofts a pass out for Blue. Doesn't quite find him, and it will make its way all the way down, and Garrett Johnston will cover up.
Smart play there. Once again, Dan Blue just finding a way to be a little bit of a buzzing gnat out there, a little bit of shark bait, and that's how he's gotten his 2 goals, providing pressure, getting back behind the defense as he does it there once again. Excellent play by Blue.
And you mentioned Blue with 2 goals. We weren't sure on that first one. He came in 2-on-1 with Klein, and it got deflected in. That did hit Blue's stick, so as you said, that was the first of 2 goals for Blue.
And that was a really odd Karen because it looks like it actually may have hit Johnston's leg pad, then bounced off Blue's stick and found a way through the 5-hole.
NC State holds the zone, but the puck dumped in by Klein is lofted out by Elon. Joe Pansel retreats, and that will be an icing call, and the faceoff will come all the way back down. And we're seeing NC State get a little bit more pressure now. Just 14 minutes left in this second period. NC State 3-0. But NC State, a lot more pressure here in this first 6 minutes than in the first period.
Yeah, State's endurance right now is really taking a toll on Elon. The Phoenix are just happy to get the puck out of the zone. They'll take the icing calls all day because it prevents NC State from getting close in opportunities.
I had a coach once that said, you know, there's not really much of a penalty for icing. You give yourself a little bit of a rest. Pansel, the point shot, and an open net for Chris Nelson. And that's not one you expect in the miss. Joe Pansel from the right point hits the pad of Garrett Johnston, and the rebound right to Nelson in front, but he can't put it home.
You know, I'm not sure if that was Nelson elevating his stick too much, getting the angle too high on the lofted backhand. There was a little bit of defensive pressure there. I think that actually may have hit off the Elon defender's stick. If so, there's a lot of kudos to go to that play because that's a wide open 4x6.
And that's something that could quite possibly be why it went high. That shot wristed on by Blue off the stick of Johnson and out of play. But as we were talking about, very likely, as you said, that hit the stick of the Elon defenseman because Chris Nelson, as we've talked about a lot, has a lot of skill. And with a wide open net right in front, just at the top of the crease, you don't expect him to miss.
No, Nelson's 10 for 10 on those. And even looking, on that shot, he had his head up. He would have seen that the lower part of the net was open as well, but the stick was there. That's why I think that may have been a block shot.
Stryker tries to get one on net, blocked away by the Elon defense, and they bring it out. Klein pestering the Elon player. Taken back now by Blue. He will dump it in and all the way out of play.
Yeah, 13:35 remaining here in the second period. NC State has owned it so far. And quite honestly, the ice has just been tilted their direction for the duration of the second period. They're doing so well. Now starting to get the passing game flowing a little bit more. That was another thing that was absent in the first period. Now they're moving the puck well. They're finding their shot lanes. Just overall, a great period.
Since that puck was dumped in from the neutral zone, the faceoff comes all the way out to center ice. It's brought in now Hayden Lowry with it. He's knocked off the puck by Valillo. Lofted back up. Now here comes Kristoff, and he is hit hard. And he loses the puck, picked up now by McCann on the defense for Elon. Headman pass, misses his target all the way down. Icing will be called, and the faceoff will come back down.
Miscues aplenty for Elon. That's a great defensive body check. It looked like Kristoff may have had his head down a little bit. If not, I think he might could have pulled off a D. But it's great body positioning, and that's what defense is all about, being able to angle your opponent and take him out of the play if you can. Elon textbook right there.
So now the face-off after that icing will come down to the left of Garrett Johnson. And for NC State, it will be Jack McDonald taking the face-off. He wins it back to Valillo. Tries to dump it deep. That's thwarted by the Phoenix. They clear it out slowly. A big hit, and Lowry now getting into it with a couple of NC State players there. One of them being Kristoff, the other one is Bly. No calls there from the referee. We thought we might see some of that get called after that scuffle. Still lenient though. As that puck jammed along the boards, and we'll have another scuffle. Excuse me, along the post. Benishevitz was in there trying to knock it home, and Elon doesn't like having their goaltender get poked out.
I know without a doubt, and Benishevitz is right in the middle of it. Walno's right there with him. You gotta love that intensity though. Benishevitz is doing the right thing. Takes the puck to the net, gets it jammed right between the skate and the post, and he doesn't stop working at the puck till the whistle blows. That's something Mike Gazzillo really preaches. You play between the whistles, nothing more, nothing less. Until that whistle blows, keep jamming at it.
And you have to mention his positioning there too. Great, he finds the open space in a spot where he has enough room to get in front of the net and get a chance too.
And Elon's going to give NC State all that room back behind the net, and that's sufficient for State to be able to make some solid passes, especially with their speed.
Reed Farhat will take the faceoff. He's flanked by Oakley and Bieberdorf, but the faceoff won by Elon and cleared up. In they come. Behind the net, the Phoenix with it. Cycled back down low. As they try to get it along the post, not working now for Elon, but the puck kept in as NC State tried to clear it out. Back behind the net again. This pass makes its way all the way up to the point. Wrist shot deflected just wide. Kamara sprawling, and the puck is still behind the net. NC State a great job clearing out in front there. Still sustained pressure though from Elon. Back to the point again. This wrist shot in. Tipped. Pad save made by Camaras.
This is Elon's best attack of the night, and it's good to see their resiliency. Sure, they're down 3-0, not quite halfway through this game, but they haven't given up yet. Why? Their physical play shows it. They're willing to get into the scuffles down here, fight for the puck and fight for each other. Now down here, a tip shot, it's a good stop by Camaras, and a rebound opportunity hard off the backboards that's nearly shoveled in.
As you said, a great
as it stands, they get another offensive zone draw, and they've been solid on them so far.
Andrew Cook winds it around the boards, but kept in there by Garfield. He battles with Fredenberg for it, and now Sunda. Still battling Garfield and Sunda in it now. Stuck along the sideboards, picked up by Elon in the corner. Sprinkle trips his man up, but out of the view of the referee, so no penalty called. Along the sideboards, shot blocked away by Cook, taken by Sunda. He tries to clear it out, but that's thwarted by Elon's defense. Now Sunda again with it in the corner. He'll bring it out this time. He's being forced off the puck, and Elon keeps it in. Sunda again with it. Poked away by Wolno there and back into the corner where it'll be taken by Fredenberg. He leaves it for Sprinkle. Back to Fredenberg. They play catch again. Sprinkle again with it. Fredenberg and Sprinkle in there for NC State. That one cleared all the way out by Sunda, and it looks like it might come in on net, so no icing call. Johnston shuffles the pass along for Garfield, who lofts it out. And there'll be a high stick. It looked like one of the NC State players waved that and got a piece of it.
That is a very impressive attack by Elon, quite simply because they're winning the puck battles by sheer size, and they're driving bodies right down low. They're winning the 50-50 pucks right now. Unfortunately for them, they haven't been able to bring out a goal to show for it, but certainly the physical battle is theirs right now.
10:46 now remaining in the period as NC State wins that faceoff. That was Chris Nelson. Puck cycled around for Klein, who plays it off the boards. Looking for Nelson, kept in by Elon. Back up the boards, forced by Joe Panzel. He will get that one out all the way to center. Taken by McCann. And now deflected all the way back down. Panzel retreats into the corner. Cross ice for Nelson. They play catch back to Panzel. Up to Klein, breaking now Blue. And that pass just misses him. NC State, a little bit of a timing issue there.
Nope, timing and spacing, that's been the two biggest weaknesses for NC State. Unfortunately, on an Olympic-sized rink, those are very big factors and can play in the results of games.
Klein with it in the corner, he looks for Nelson. That puck again taken away by Elon and kept in the zone. Panzel knocks his man off the puck, the loose puck, picked up now by Nelson. He'll bring it up the left wing. He's got Blue and Klein, 3-on-2, knocked away there by McCann. Blue with it, he gets tripped up, there won't be a call. Sliding on his knees in the corner. Back to the point, Bly. Over to Panzel, one-timer. Loose in front, Nelson scores! Chris Nelson, his first goal of the season. At the 9:30 mark, and NC State leads 4-0.
Sheathing the sword on the celebration. You gotta love that energy from one of the leaders of this team. He deserves to have a goal after missing the backhander on a disputed block. Right there, that's the importance of getting to the front of the net. The shot's driven right there, low on the ice, deflected right to him, and Chris Nelson doesn't miss those.
You see NC State moving the puck very well on that possession, especially with the cross-ice pass from Bly to Panzel. And you see the movement forces Elon out of position, and that gives Chris Nelson the chance to put the puck in the back of the net.
And if anything can be said, Elon is getting the most opportunities, but NC State is executing on their opportunities. Elon has had great chances down low. It's just they're not getting quality shots to the net. If they're not getting quality shots to the net, they can't find anything to move well. Just the fact of the matter is, NC State's execution is what is winning them this game right now.
The official scoreline on that goal, Chris Nelson gets an assist to Joe Panzel and Sean Bly. NC State working with it now in the corner. Looking to get it out in front, they can't. That was Jack McDonald. Sean Bly can't keep it in the zone, and so it'll be brought back out again by the Phoenix. Pass dumped right to McDonald. In comes Lowry off sides, immediately called.
It's interesting, the linesman did not make that call. It was the referee who's wearing the armbands. It's normally a call restricted to linesmen. Had they missed that, though, NC State could have swung the other way quickly because they were going to have possession.
I think the bigger ice might be affecting the linesman as well. He was a little bit deep, not on the blue line. Nevertheless, they did get the right call from the orange stripes on that one. Dumped in deep, delayed off sides for Elon, picked up now by Valillo. Taken back as stumbling Bly loses it, centering pass. Great play by Nick Camaris to deflect that one out of harm's way. Now Kristoff bringing it in. He gets the pass from Bly. Crossing, shot. Padded away there by Johnston. Behind the net with it, Benashevitz. And cleared out by Elon. Sprinkle circling behind his own net with it. Cross ice pass for Benashevitz. He'll bring it down the left wing. Cutting around behind the net, tight wrap around, looking for the centering pass. He loses it off the edge of his stick. Back the other way with speed. Elon, in they come, breakaway. Camaris with the save! And Sprinkle cleans up the rebound. Great play, Nick Camaris. Delayed penalty on Elon. Excuse me, it looks like it'll be on NC State. They had the puck, the whistle didn't blow. It'll be a cross check. And I think it'll be on Nick Camaris.
They are going to call Camaris for this penalty. And he's not happy about it, and quite honestly, I don't understand the call either.
It looked
he was forced into a cross check because there was a collision there, and he just happened to go down with his two hands facing forward.
I'm not sure if that's where the call came from, Drew. After the play, Camaris was tangled up with the Elon player. He went to get back into his net, the Elon player in his way, and it looked like he may have given him a shove to the head. I think that might be where the call came from.
If that is the case, it's understandable to call it there, but it goes into official consistency once again, as Mike Gazzillo is going to get the explanation, and I don't blame him. If you're not going to call it in the first period when it happens behind the net, what's the point in calling it now?
Wolf Bieberdorf will serve the penalty for Camaris. It'll be a 2-minute minor for cross-checking. 7:55 remaining here in the second period. NC State holding a huge advantage, 4-0. Over the Elon Phoenix. And it looks like out there to kill the penalty will be Reed Farhat, Matt Oakley, Tom Stryker, I believe Nate Sprinkle down here on the near side.
You're absolutely right, but as we analyze that last play, this is quite simply what happened. Banashevitz coming in, sees that there's no direct passing lane or shooting lane. And instead of opting to put it on net and try to make something happen in the front, he opts for the wraparound. When it comes off of his stick, it's an immediate springboard pass, sending the breakaway the other direction.
Now setting up on the sideboards, it's Wall now. He's playing catch with Barfield at the point. NC State, great pressure out there as they set up on this penalty kill. Wall now along the sideboards. He's going to wrist one in, and it's gloved and held by Camaris. Great positioning.
Quite simply, that's Camaris out on the top of his crease. You're not going to be able to beat him on the corners, especially on that glove side. Anything else is going to go right into the crest of the uniform, as you saw right there.
As you mentioned, he was the ACC Goaltender of the Year, and you see why. He's got great positioning on that play. He's not very often going to let a soft goal in. Face-off went forward by Elon, taken by NC State, cleared out, deflected off, and into the center of the ice, and cleared all the way down by Blue. A minute and a half remaining on the power play, 7:21 left in the period. Elon regroups. They'll carry it out now. Up the sideboards, John McDonald knocked off the puck and again cleared out, that time again by Blue. 1:10 left on the power play. 7 minutes left in the second period.
And right now, this is a hopeless attack for Elon, quite simply because either they're trying to dump it in, NC State's using their speed, or they're skating it in and the puck's getting intercepted or stolen right off of the stick.
Walno forces the puck in front, but that's taken away by NC State and cleared out. Here's the chance. Blue picks off the pass. He's in on a breakaway, shorthanded. And it's blockered away. Great play by Johnston to stay in front of the puck. A great chance for Blue to get the hat trick. He doesn't get it.
That's easily Johnston's best save of the night, and that's great positioning as we talked about earlier, except it was Camaris we were talking about.
NC State's got to be careful, a 2-on-1 chance, but Lowry can't corral it. They'll bring it down now the right boards. Hayden Lowry with it for the Phoenix. He goes cross ice, wrist shot right into the pads of Camaris, taken by Stryker. He can't clear it out though, mishandled at the point by Elon, and they will dump it into the corner. Centering pass floated out, but taken away by NC State and cleared. The power play now over, 5:50 remaining in the second period. NC State a 4-0 lead. In comes Elon, offsides.
It's an immediate whistle right there. You have to be careful. After that whistle blows, you're not supposed to shoot the puck toward the net. There's a bang-bang play there, but if Elon does it again, that could be considered a delay game penalty.
That's absolutely right, Drew. 5:54 left in this period. As the puck won by NC State, excuse me, the face-off won by NC State all the way back into their own corner. Fredenberg with it along the sideboards. He gives it up to Sunda. Sunda crossing, tries to split the defense, can't. Taken there by NC State as they steal it back, and a save made by Johnston. Turned back around by Elon as they try to break it out up the boards. And overskated by the Elon player, and back in it's taken by NC State, but they can't maintain possession. McCann up the boards, loses it. NC State tripping over themselves. A good chance there. Taken away. And the puck lofted out. But it looks like Engel getting into it a little bit, and the linesman coming in, and the referee as well, ushering them away from each other.
And that's another spacing issue. We've talked about it all night long. 3 black sweatered forwards all on the same side of the boards. It essentially looked like a circus. Everybody crashing into each other. Just a melee. It's just not pretty offense right now. NC State has had plays that they deserve to score on the puck, and it's plays like that that make you shake your head a little bit. But it's the beginning of the season, so certainly time to fix the kinks.
Took the words right out of my mouth as that one wristed on right into the chest protector of Johnston by Klein. That, like you said, you're right. It's the first game. You expect to see some of those, even with some of these guys who have played together for a season or two now. They got to get back into stride and get used to playing with each other again.
And it's a long break from March to September, and especially considering these guys are still college kids. There's still academics to focus on here. This is a club sport, so it's not like you're practicing every day. It does take some time to get back into the flow of things.
That one wristed on by Sprinkle from the half boards and held. Klein getting into a little bit of a shoving match with the defenseman over there from Elon. And again, the linesman coming in. The referees, like we thought we'd see more penalties, but we really haven't seen that many. And you see it showing. They're losing control of the game a little bit.
A little bit, but it's all this after the whistle stuff. The game itself has been played very cleanly, so I applaud them for that. But certainly, if the third period, if NC State goes up 5 and 6 to nothing, Elon's gonna take some frustration penalties.
And now in the corner fighting for it, Klein and Nelson. Klein will come away with it. He leaves it for Nelson just below the goal line, circling back to the point for Cook. Back down to Nelson. He's knocked off the puck, and it's taken back by Elon. Klein pressuring behind the net. He lays a hit on and gets knocked down himself. As the puck is cycled back by Elon. Great pressure by NC State, not allowing them out of the zone. Elon will get it out. This time they find an opening, streaking down the left boards. Nelson playing defense. He's knocked into the boards as they scrum for the puck in the corner. Nelson has lost his helmet. He's going to have to put it back on quickly. And he throws it off. He's going to play without it. Thrown in front, covered by Camaras.
Good stop by Camaras in front of traffic once again. NC State almost found a rupture point down low in that Elon defense, as now we're going to see a little bit more of it get together. I'm sure it's just an exchanging of information for Christmas cards, nothing more.
I hope so. It is escalating a little bit. We might see a little bit more than just addresses exchanged down there, though. As you see Engel now talking to the head referee, as well as Blue. They don't seem to be too happy about these extracurriculars going on after the whistle.
And I can't blame them, but to finish my point, NC State is working this Elon to a point where they're very pulmonary. They're contracting when the puck goes down low. They're expanding when the puck comes up high. And Elon just can't keep up with the speed of NC State moving the puck right now. That's why those shots are coming through from the point. It's because right now the defensemen are wide open. The wings are playing much lower down toward the face-off circle, and then that puck comes right back up as an easy shot lane.
And that's exactly what we talked about before this game started. NC State using their speed, and on this bigger ice surface, it's a bigger advantage for them. It's been clear thus far. We're now down to 3:54 left in this second period. A 4-0 lead for NC State. It looks like the conversation is over, and we'll start up again to the right of Nick Camaras. Jack McDonald in for the face-off. One in front of the net and swatted away by Nick Camaras into the corner. Stryker goes in after it for NC State. Thrown back out again, and again sticked away by Camaras. Hansel loses it behind the net, but NC State will regain possession once again.
And you know, just a matter of personal preference, having played the position myself, I would like to see Camaras cover that puck. It's still a little bit dangerous to swat it away because there were two white sweaters headed toward the puck almost automatically.
And now Elon playing with it behind their own goal line. This now with it is Garfield. 3:15 now left in this period. The pass makes its way all the way up, just out of the reach of the Elon player. No breakaway there. That pass now picked up. Banashevitz, he'll bring it in again. Circling behind the net, thrown in front. He finds McDonald, wrist shot, score! And NC State is taking over. A great play there by Banashevitz as he'll get the assist. Jack McDonald makes it 5-0.
Yeah, McDonald's going to get credit for the goal, but Banashevitz had the same play that sprung Elon on the breakaway a while ago. He makes the adjustment this time. He doesn't try for the wraparound. Instead, holds the puck out wide, slides it through the slot area, gets right up front, and McDonald just puts it in the back of the net. That's an easy goal, and Banashevitz is the one who starts that play. Excellent job.
And that's one of the most effective things to do when you bring the puck in quickly. Get it behind the net, force the defenseman of the opposition to get down low. It leaves men wide open in the high slot. That's where McDonald was. Banashevitz found him, and NC State leads 5-0.
Well, that Elon is really starting to chase the puck. The positional defense has absolutely gone out the window. They're laying body checks that are ill-advised now. And look, here's a perfect example. Both defensemen are playing the puck, and you got a winger down low. That's very mite-level hockey, and you can't do that at collegiate level.
Especially against a team with as much offensive skill as NC State. About 2.5 minutes left in this period. Taken out and up through the neutral zone by Elon. Cross-ice pass finds Bieberdorf. He'll bring it in to the offensive zone. He's knocked off the puck, and it's cleared by Elon, taken back by NC State, though.
And look at this. This is good chemistry by NC State. Already they're retreating and finding a way to get into their breakout positions. There's a good hit by the Elon defense. That's a solid play.
Brought back again. Bieberdorf 2-on-1 with Farhat. Men coming back. Shot. Deflected high and back behind the net. Picked up in the corner by Bieberdorf. They fight for it. Engel down low with Bieberdorf for NC State. Thrown back in by Bly. 1:45 remaining in this second period. NC State the 5-0 advantage. Headman pass for Elon. In they come. Deeks. And another great play by Camaras. I'm not sure if he got a piece of it, but he certainly disrupted the shot.
Without a doubt, and once again, that comes down to body positioning. Took everything away low. I think it got tied up in the Elon player's attacking skate, but nonetheless, the puck stays out of the net.
Sunda loose in front, and Engel can't find him. Cleared back out with 1:15 remaining in this period. Dumped deep by Sunda behind the net. Johnston will play it for the Phoenix. Cleared all the way back out. NC State takes it back in the neutral zone. Sunda brings it in. Slap shot held. And the puck will be frozen. 60 ticks left on the clock here in the second period.
Yeah, 1 minute flat. If you go back to that last 2-on-1 for NC State, first of all, it's their 6th odd man rush this period alone. That's just outstanding. But the one who made that play, aside from the stop made by Johnston, was defenseman Mac McCann. Plays the middle. Doesn't allow the pass to come across the way, allows the goaltender to take the shot, which is proper defensive play. Mac McCann, also of note, earned the 2013 ACCHL Scholarship Award, which is a financial award given to one of the top players and academic performers in the league.
That's certainly impressive. And NC State pressures down low. That's Klein. 45 seconds left in the period. That pass off the skate of Walno. Forced back in, and now Nelson with it. He has it taken back. He leaves it for Sprinkle. Cross ice to Cook into blue. Half a minute now remaining. NC State in the offensive zone along the sideboards, pinching. Cook, one-timer, sticked away by Johnston. Cleared out now by the Phoenix. That's Soselski, but now taken back by NC State. Nelson dumps it deep, just 10 seconds left now in the period. NC State a 5-goal advantage. Elon still trying to get it out of their own zone. Great pressure by NC State. They'll clear it now, loose in the neutral zone, and that will do it for the second period. NC State has added 3 tallies and now lead Elon 5-0.
And now you really get into the point where you've got to find a way to manage the game. Keep penalties to a minimum. You don't necessarily have to go on the attack, but certainly the biggest takeaway is NC State has a much more complete period here in the second. Let's see if they can continue that on into the third.
And we will see soon. We'll be right back with our second intermission report here on Wolfpack Sports Television, watching NC State and Elon. This is Wolfpack Sports Television bringing you into the pack.
Welcome here to the Coach's Corner here, second intermission report. Drew Blevins alongside the man behind the mustache, head coach Mike Gazzillo. Coach Gazzillo, obviously in the first period, a little bit of spacing and timing issues. How did you remedy that situation going into the second to be able to score 3 goals?
Well, we kind of just basically discussed the things that we worked on in practice, especially off breakouts and stuff, and all the support that we were trying to work on in practice, and it wasn't really evident. So I just put that back in your game, and I think they did a pretty good job of it.
Without a doubt. Another thing that picked up was the physicality. It really wasn't present in the game during the first period, and now all of a sudden hits are flying, bodies are flying. It really adds to the game. Talk about the importance of that.
Well, you always want to establish a physical game. You know, you don't want any team to come in, especially coming in your own barn, and you don't want them to think they could push you around. So we talked about playing a little more physical. We talked about, not really staying with the engagement, just make your hit and get on with it. Didn't really work out a couple of times, as we saw, led to a couple of penalties, but that'll work itself out. There's a little nerves going on out there still, so it'll be all right. It'll settle down, I think, next period.
We've seen both teams discussing with the officials the leniency of the calls that are being made. Can you give us a little bit of insight as to what's going on down there on ice level?
Well, it's just some questions about what's being called and how it's being called, and the big thing that I don't really care as much as long as it's consistent, as long as it goes both ways. And that's kind of the thing that we're, kind of talking about. And the refs have been good. They've been talking to us about things and giving explanations. So, I can't really complain about that. Obviously, everybody sees things different, and, whether I agree or don't agree. I mean, I think they're doing a fairly good job. But, yeah, just, bigger ice surface. So, maybe some gray areas that we're just trying to get through. That's all.
Final question. You just talk about the bigger ice surface right here at the Iceplex. Talk about what it means to the team, A, to be able to have a new building, but B, to have it be Olympic-size ice.
Well, I mean, the building's been great. I mean, Cindy, the manager here, has been great with us. They've kind of bent over backwards. They're excited about having us as much as we are about playing here. No problem really with RCI, but I think the conditions here are a little bit better. As far as the Olympic-size ice, I think it kind of suits us because we have a good team. We have a fast team. But again, I think it's just, with some of the guys, I think it's just a little feeling out period going into it. But, it's one thing when you practice it, and it's another thing when you come down and you got a game, and, you get different forechecks, you get different looks. So guys are just adjusting to that. But I don't think it's going to be too long before we're firing on all cylinders.
Coach, thanks for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
He's the guy with a tie and the man with a plan, head coach Mike Gazzillo. We'll be back with third period action. After this, you're watching Wolfpack Ice Hockey on Wolfpack Sports Television, bringing you into the pack.
And we're back here for the third period at the Iceplex in Raleigh, North Carolina. The NC State Wolfpack taking on the Elon Phoenix. 5-0 the score in favor of the Wolfpack. Drew, NC State really dominated that second period.
Yeah, now it's a very truthful scoreboard. NC State deserves to be up 5-0, and that's one of the reasons why they're putting shots on net, and right now they're quality.
Off to a quick start. Fredenberg with that last chance. Cook with it now. His shot just creeps wide of the net. Kept in by Sprinkle. Thrown down into the corner for Sunday. He circles out. Wrist shot off the mask of Johnston. Loose in front. And Engel can't get a handle on it. They get the shot. One-timer from Cook. Well wide of the net.
And Johnston may be getting a little shell-shocked here. He's faced upwards of 30 shots already. That's a tough night for a goalie.
And he did face 18 shots last period. It's Elon with a good chance. Loose in front. And the puck makes its way into the corner for Fredenberg. Last period, NC State outshot Elon 18-9. Crossing now Sunda, looking for Engel, but it goes off the skate of an Elon player. They bring it back. Slap shot, deflected off the skate of Bly, and all the way around for Fredenberg. at his own blue line. He clears it out.
NC State's right now playing very efficient hockey. We talked about it at the end of the last period. You're not looking to go on a lot of attacks here. Just manage the game, run the clock for 20 minutes. After all, you got a 5-goal lead. To lose this one would be utterly shameful at the least.
And it brings back memories of that Game 7 between Toronto and Boston. They blew a 4-0 lead. That shot just wide off the boards. They score! And it is a shutout no more. Elon finds the back of the net. There was a slap shot from the point by Mac McCann that came off the boards, and the rebound was knocked in by an Elon player sitting right next to the post.
There's some very lively backboards here, and now you see why. Camaras almost gave up a goal like that in the second period off the other end. This one goes hard off the lower part of the glass, springboards right back out, and Elon sticks right there to poke it home.
So a minute and a half into this period, the score now 5-1. NC State, though, still well in control.
Still in control, however, you do have to realize this. Elon has exploited something that can be concerning. They're getting behind the NC State defenseman. Is a comeback likely? Absolutely not. Do I think it's going to happen? Also, absolutely not. But it's things like that that make you wonder, what if?
5-1 now, NC State with the lead. 2 minutes gone here in the third period. NC State looking to get some pressure. Dan Blue just misses that clearing attempt, kept in though by Stryker. This time lofted out and taken back by Elon. Knocked off the puck by Vlad, picked up by Farhat. Cross-ice pass for Stryker, who will bring it in. Loose puck picked up by McCann, who picked up an assist on that pass. Nelson now picks it up and carries it deep. Dumps it deep. Dan Blue chasing.
And here you go once again. It's been a good, solid, quick transition early in this period for Elon. They're getting the puck in their defensive zone and turning it around quickly.
Wow. And those boards playing another role. That one off the backboards again, and Elon may have found a glitch in this arena. A slap shot again off the backboards, the rebound, and Camaras, a tough save to make there coming across, and the puck going back across his body.
That's one he's got to have, though. It's an uncharacteristic goal. He's out on top of his crease, and it happens from time to time. You just miss it. That's a well-placed shot to begin with, so don't downgrade that. But that's when it's a goaltender. You got to be out, moving a little bit quicker. He wasn't set. He never set his feet. He was still gliding out, and that play, he played his angle wrong. It's quite simple as that. You talked about the glitch in the system now. 3-goal games are a whole lot different than 5-goal games. There is some hope for the Phoenix.
And we are just 3 minutes into this third period, 17 minutes remaining, and the NC State lead has been cut from 5 to 3. Elon will break it out here, and you see a lot more aggressive play from these Phoenix players.
You know, if Elon does go on to lose this game, even if the score stays the same, this is a mini victory for them because they won the third period. They will now carry momentum into their next game, no matter what happens.
And I'm sure that's what they were told in the locker room. It doesn't matter what the score is at the end of the game. Just try to win this period, and right now they've done a great job. They're going to turn it back here. Cross-ice pass knocked down by Sprinkle. So it sits just above the blue line. Oakley finds Sprinkle back at his own blue line. He hits Valillo. Valillo's pass stolen. That shot sticked away by Camaras and picked up by Valillo. He finds Nate Sprinkle behind the net. Lots of time. He hits Sunda up through the middle. Sunda has Fredenberg going down the right wing. Here he comes, using his speed. Johnson a little bit out of position there, but he makes the save. Fredenberg hauled down behind the net. Sunda with the top of the circle. Backhand just over the head of Johnston and over the crossbar.
You know, on that play, you'd like to see Fredenberg chug a little bit more. Just turn on the jets, turn and burn. That time, he gets a couple good strides, thinks he has his defender beat, but instead, he has to coast in, doesn't get a great quality opportunity.
That puck covered up by Johnston. He didn't like the poke he got from Engel after the play. 15 and a half minutes left in this contest. NC State a 5-2 lead and a face-off in their offensive zone.
every face-off in their offensive zone for NC State becomes increasingly critical. If you win it, you can hopefully establish a little bit of possession, get the puck movement working again. That's the key to killing off time.
By the snapshot, he scores! A great answer from NC State right off the face-off. That shot was a laser.
That's when you talk about managing the game. Nobody says when you're doing that you can't score the puck. Right there, that's a smart play. Put the puck down further toward the net. I don't think Johnston ever saw it. As a result, lasers into the back of the cage.
And that's the second time NC State has capitalized off a screen from the point. First period, striker, a wrist shot that Johnston never saw. And again, as you said, Drew, a laser from Bly. And it didn't look like Johnston ever saw that puck.
He didn't move. And having played this position before, there are two things if you don't move. You're guessing where the puck's going. I don't think that's what it was right there. Or you never saw it. And I mean, that was a very crisp, well-hit slap shot.
So the official word from downstairs, Bly with the goal. The assists go to Jack McDonald, and then Sam Banashevitz.
The officials right now are hearing it. That's an errant icing call. The goaltender was out to play the puck. That negates the icing, but the linesman blew it anyway.
And it looks like they'll correct themselves, or at least as much as they can. The faceoff will be at center. McDonald, Banashevitz, and Kristoff out there, the forward line for NC State. Bly and Cook, the defenseman. Faceoff one back to Bly. He tries to clear it up. A good pressure from Elon. Wins the puck back. They dump it back in. Kristoff will pick it up. He hits Cook. Cross ice for Bly. NC State looking to break it out. That one just over the stick of Kristoff. Icing waved off. Great hustle there by Andrew Kristoff. He'll wrist one on. Gloved and held there by Johnston.
You gotta appreciate the effort from the Mighty Mouse there. He's not big at all, but he's fast. And right there he proves it. You go around, you curl, you get the puck, you negate the icing, you shoot it on net. That's a quality play. Quality shift as well.
And when you're looking at the very good teams on any level, they have those role players. For example, the Red Wings with Helm, a hard worker. Kristoff seems to be one of those guys. Not the biggest guy, not the fastest, but he will work the hardest.
Oh, and for the local connection as well, the Carolina Hurricanes, Nathan Gerby plays the same role.
Stolen away behind the net by the Phoenix. They'll bring it out, a penalty coming up, and it looks like it'll be on Elon. That will be on number 7, Dmitry Markin.
I'm not so sure. Yep, they are going to give it to him. I was wondering for a second, because he possessed the puck for a while before that whistle was blown. I'm going to guess that the officials just didn't realize it.
I think he had to look through some players, the puck coming back down the ice, and Markin gave a bump to somebody behind the play. Immediately the interference call made. So NC State will have the face-off in the offensive end. It will be Nelson taking it. He's got Blue and Farhat. At the point, Stryker and Sprinkle. Now with it, Nelson down into the corner for Farhat. Dances around a man, can't get back to the puck, but Blue picks up the loose change. His pass to the point blocked away at the defense. Elon looking to clear, but they hold on to it too long, and NC State gets tangled up with each other. Blue stumbles, and Elon will gain possession. A stalemate here in the neutral zone. Taken back by Farhat. He gives it to Sprinkle. Sprinkle will gain the blue line and carry it down the left wing into the corner. He's got Nelson in front. He finds Blue, one-timer, and it's trapped under the pad of Johnston. A great save.
It was a great stop just to be able to get over in that sort of time frame. It was a very quick one-timer. I think Blue's kicking himself a little bit there. It looked like he wanted to elevate it to the far side corner, just didn't get good wood on it.
And Drew, the way that Johnston came over, his stick wasn't in the right position. I thought that one might get in through the 5-hole.
No, his stick was dragging behind. It looked like it got caught up on one of his defensemen's skate. Very fortunate to be able to trap that under the left pillow.
At the point now, Stryker with it. He holds off the boards. He finds Engel, who circles back to the point. All the way across, misses Stryker, but Sprinkle holds his own. Back to Stryker at the top of the umbrella. Again to Sprinkle as they play catch. cross-ice pass in the skates of Engel. He will regroup behind the net and float it to Fredenberg.
And that's Sprankle playing what we call a true man advantage. There's going to be one unmarked man left, and he found him there. Unfortunately for Engel, the pass was a little bit off.
Engel give and go with Fredenberg, and that one is knocked away by Johnston. Thrown off the boards, kept in by Sprankle. He leaves it for Fredenberg. Down in the quarter, he finds Engel. Back up to the point, Sprankle. And again to Engel. Deflects off his stick in front. And it's off the stick of Johnston. Kept in now by Stryker, but poked away and out of the zone.
NC State looking to regroup quickly. It looks like they're not happy with just 6 goals.
Slap shot from the sideboards by Engel. Held on in the glove by Johnston. And that was a great sequence there, Drew, for NC State on the power play.
Well established, good puck movement. Again, Engel, chance for a goal right there. It's not a great angle for him to shoot at. Sprankle misses him by a couple of inches. It's not a big deal, though, because NC State's management here.
Face-off won by Bieberdorf for NC State. Thrown in by Valillo to Bieberdorf behind the net. He's knocked off the puck, and Elon clears the zone. Just 5 seconds left on the power play now. 12.5 minutes left in the game, 6-2 NC State. And Elon has killed the power play now. NC State 1 for 3 on the night. Bly with it behind his own net. He can't find Bieberdorf. And Klein will poke it back for Bieberdorf. He tries to bring it in. Tangled up, he's still got it. Into the corner. Looks to center it, deflected off the stick of McCann. And an errant pass from Klein makes its way out of the zone, and retreating now is Bly. NC State now, we've seen him mix the lines up a little bit. This is a different line. Oakley, Klein, and Bieberdorf out there. Klein will bring it in, he floats it in on net. Blockered into the corner by Johnston.
Well, with this type of a lead, you can really afford to start experimenting, seeing who's got chemistry with whom. And if you're able to do that, it's going to help you come practice time, because then you can truly get a little bit more time working with the guys on either side of you. And then in game situations, you know which lines are going to work well in what situations.
I was talking to Coach Mike Gazzillo earlier before the game about his lines, and he said that they would likely change a little bit even in this game. It's the first game of the season. You have a lot of returners, so you know some guys work well together, but you want to move and get those new guys into it as well.
And it just goes along with the flow of the course of the season. I mean, you have injuries, you have suspensions sometimes, and then you just have guys who find out they play better with other guys. You have to be able to adapt to the game.
Lowry brings it out and dumps it in for Elon. Played behind the net by Camaris. He gives it up to Kristoff, who now finds the shot on, and Banashevitz throws it right into the gut of Johnston.
It's not bad at all. I was speaking with a couple of fans before the game, and one of the biggest comments I got was, how in the world does Elon, such a tiny private school, right by Greensboro, North Carolina, how do they make it to the ACCHO? It's an interesting story. It was originally just a regular club, an academic club even. It started out as Knoll Hockey, competed in an adult league down in Greensboro, was officially sanctioned in 2010 for the Blue Ridge Hockey League as Elon Hockey Club, and of course last year was their charter year in the ACCHL, as that league almost doubled in size with the additions of teams such as Wake Forest, Elon, and Navy.
Well, Elon will bring it in now. Sprankle handling behind the net for NC State. He's tangled up with a player as the puck makes its way all the way back through those two to Blue. He gives it back to Sprankle, who will bring it straight up the ice. He's got lots of room. Up to Nelson, they'll bring it in. Nelson's pass knocked away by Garfield and brought back now by Markin for Elon. They have an odd man rush here. Slow to develop, though. And that is why NC State is able to thwart it as Cook pokes the puck away, and NC State brings it back in the form of Chris Nelson. Nelson crosses, centering pass, they score! Reed Farhat crashing the net. Nelson sees him, and NC State back up 5.
That's too easy for Reed Farhat, unmarked completely. The defenseman bites on the fake shot, that leaves the man wide open, slide the puck across, and Farhat has an easy tap in.
We talked about Chris Nelson's vision earlier. You see it there. A great pass, backhand, right on the tape for Farhat. 9:50 now left in this game, just halfway through the third period. NC State gave up 2 quick goals to start this period, but they've responded with 2 of their own.
And you gotta appreciate that. That's a little bit of a test of resiliency. It obviously certainly appeared NC State was gonna win this game, regardless if they were to score 2 goals this period, regardless of if they were even gonna give up 3.
And it's good to see the response as well from this team after giving 2 up.
Well, it's the first piece of adversity they saw. They had a wheels fall off the wagon moment for about 5 minutes, and they responded with just total aggression, total attack in the last 5, and they get that 5-goal lead back as a result.
They continue attack. Engel's centering pass was covered up by a defenseman lying on the ground, and Elon now will clear. All the way down, Engel will go for it. No icing on this play as he circles behind his net. Up looking for Sunda. It gets past him and all the way to Fredenberg.
I think he may have been looking for Fredenberg on that play. It's certainly where the pass was going, and Fredenberg was prepared to receive it.
Fredenberg with speed. He circles, looking for Engel in front. It goes in! And Johnston was not tight on the post. Fredenberg centers it. It goes off the skate and in, and NC State now leads 8-2.
Were we expecting this much of a blowout? Not necessarily, but when you look at the last time these 2 teams met, it was a 9-3 game. Another 6-goal game. Here, almost similar. NC State is exercising its dominance over Elon right now.
And it's great to see this response from NC State. Now, granted, Elon, and you don't want to take anything away from them because they are a solid team. They are not one of the top teams in this league like NC State. But regardless, NC State has seen some adversity, as you said, and they continue to respond well, as that goal came just 1 minute and 5 seconds after the last one. And it is now 8-2 in favor of NC State with just 8.5 minutes left in this contest.
But even more importantly than that, it's one Johnston is really going to want back. That's one, even though, yeah, you're down 5, you never want to allow those goals that squeak in between the post and the pad. It's just a simple positioning error.
Klein gets it caught in his skates as they battle for it. He'll pick it up along the sideboards. Dekes around one man, will circle back and circle back again. Behind the net, Bieberdorf. Bieberdorf knocked off the puck as they battle for it. Oakley behind, loose in front. Klein shot, stopped by the chest of Johnston, and it's cleared out by Elon.
Good reaction time right there. That's another in-tight save. Good job by Johnston to find a way to get his head back into the game.
And great positioning there from Klein, ready for that puck when it came out loose. Cook's dump in is blocked by the referee, unintentionally of course, and NC State regroups. John McDonald sends it deep. He's hit by Nate Sprankle. Now NC State regrouping behind their net as they clear it out. Krzysztof Banaszewicz. It looks like Jack McDonald out there for NC State. Cook and Sprankle, the defensive pairing. Krzysztof will pick it up in his own end. 7:12 left in this game, and he will clear it out. Picked up at center ice by McDonald. He brings it in through 3 defensemen. Centering pass off the skate of Walno for Elon and taken back out now by Hayden Lowry. He crosses the blue line. Knocked off the puck by Banaszewicz and Krzysztof, and it looks like there will be a penalty on Elon, and they're not happy. Hayden Lowry will get a holding call.
He was preventing Banaszewicz from getting up. It's one of the unknown contexts of holding, but I believe that's the proper call in that situation. And Chris, while you're talking, it just struck me, there are 3 men out on the ice right now with the last name McDonald. Jake McDonald for NC State, who has a couple of tallies of his own, and 2 brothers for Elon, John and Tom. And just for you, those of you who are curious at home, no, none of them have a farm. But
it kind of reminds you of the game where the 3 Stahl brothers all started for the Hurricanes. You had Jordan and Eric, the most well-known of those 2.
And 2 words for that, broadcaster's nightmare.
And NC State starts this power play. It's been dumped back in by Elon. 6.5 left in this game, 1:40 on the power play for NC State. They've had the man advantage 3 times thus far tonight, and they've put 1 home. In comes Farhat. He has it poked away and cleared back out by the Elon defense. That pass intercepted from Bly. A diving play. He makes up for it and thwarts that chance. Bly now with it again in his own corner. He'll give it up cross ice for Nelson. Lots of space and he'll bring it up. Nelson very patient. Will hold up on the sideboards. He finds Stryker. Stryker cross ice for Valillo. Valillo will take the shot. Tipped on and saved by Johnston.
Very well done. Another good job. Good example of goalie positioning. Moves around the top of the crease, gets over, finds the shot, and he's in good enough position to stop the tip.
And one of the things I've noticed that NC State has done very well tonight is crash the net. Dan Blue got the deflection there, but NC State, Drew, doing a great job going at the net, and it's resulted in 8 goals.
They've scored rebounds, and they've also scored tip-ins, as well as getting screens for defensemen to score goals.
Fredenberg, backhand pass for Engel out in front. His shot goes wide. Again, looking for Sunda in the slot. He loses it, gives it back to Sprinkle, who will walk with it. 45 seconds left on the power play, 5.5 minutes left in the game.
A lot of pushing and shoving going on in the net. It looks like Engel's shaking up a little bit.
And there will be another delayed penalty, and it'll be a 32-second two-man advantage for NC State, a cross-check, and it looks like the other goaltender got a cross-check this time, Drew.
I'm not certain about that. It didn't look like it was assessed to Johnston, but instead the defenseman who was right there hacking on Engel in front. I can't blame him because he put the stick right into the stomach of Engel, and as soon as Engel bent double, the official's arm went up.
So NC State, a two-man advantage for 32 seconds. 5:21 left in the third period. NC State, a 6-goal advantage, 8-2 over the Elon Phoenix. Bly, lots of space. He steps in and puts that one right into the chest of Johnston.
You know, that's a simple save by Johnston, but it shows the art of goaltending. He's out on top of his crease, spotlights the puck with his chest, and where does it hit him? Right in the crest of the uniform.
25 seconds left on the two-man advantage for NC State. Sunda wins it forward. It's taken by Garfield for Elon. Taken away now by Fredenberg in the corner. He dumps it deep. Sunda will take it now in the corner. He and Fredenberg battle with Garfield. Fredenberg comes away with the loose puck. 8 seconds left on the two-man advantage. That pass floated across for Sprinkle. He circles back to the point. Bly, the one-timer. That one's blockered away. The two-man advantage now gone for NC State. 4:45 left in the game and 1:20 left on the power play for NC State. It's a tangle in the corner. Sunda tries to bring it out front. He has it poked away, and now Hayden Lowry, who just came out of the box, will bring it forward. And he is leveled by Bly.
And he took exception to it. He's going to take the penalty.
And a lot of bodies falling now. Lowry, as you said, will get the penalty for the retaliation. He didn't even retaliate on the right man. Beaverdorf will bring it in. Wrist shot right into the chest of Johnston, and it's getting ugly now.
This is what we talked about. This is why, as an official, you want to manage the game early, because stuff like this can happen if it turns out to be a blowout, which it is.
So NC State will have another two-man advantage as they look to set the record for the longest amount of time on a man advantage. 4:10 left in the game, 49 seconds left on the power play for NC State, but they will have another 2 minutes as Hayden Lowry will get a penalty.
Looks like State may also take a minor here. Not sure who's going to be assessed to, as just about that entire line of NC State players are standing over by the official.
We have a lot of NC State bodies on the ice right now. It looks like the guys that were on the ice for that little scuffle are over there talking to the referees. You have the other line out on the ice now, too.
And should this be a matching minor, it would not give NC State a two-man advantage.
Now what it looks like to me, it should be a coincidental minors. One happened at one end of the ice, the other down in the Elon zone.
And you would be correct to interpret that way, but only due to the fact we're playing collegiate rules. If we're playing under USA hockey rules, it would be the fact that the first penalty is going to be a retaliation interference here, and then you're going to have the double roughings going on down at the other end. As a result, they're not coincidental, so you would actually go to a 4-on-3 advantage for NC State.
So as we said, 4:10 left in this game. NC State with an 8-2 lead. And it looks like they've got the penalties ironed out. Sitting in the box for the Wolfpack is Bieberdorf. So Will Bieberdorf was the one in there. He was the one who took the shot. And then he tripped over an Elon man who had gone down to try and block that shot. And then a lot of Elon players swarmed him. And he will get a penalty.
And I'm not really sure how he's the only one to come out of that scuffle with a penalty. He's certainly not the one who started it. And I think Tom Stryker is going to ask the same question. And Mike Gazzillo is going to ask the same question as well, it appears. He's right. Bieberdorf didn't start it. He didn't even throw the first punch. Essentially, he's only defending himself. But nonetheless, as you alluded to, right now it's still going to remain a 5-on-4 advantage for 49 seconds for the Wolfpack.
Now, I only see 4 NC State bodies on the ice right now, at least down where the face-off's going to occur. I'm assuming one of these players that's standing along the bench will be coming down for the face-off as well.
Yeah, and they're going to send Vanashevitz out there. He's actually going to be able to take the face-off.
He's got Oakley. It looks like Zach Klein as well. Face-off won by Elon. Taken away, though, behind the net by Klein and Vanashevitz. Klein will circle. 40 seconds left on that power play for NC State. Palillo will throw it behind the net. Off the boards, picked up in the corner now by Stryker. He circles. Centering pass, blocked away there by McCann. NC State maintaining possession now. 25 seconds left on that power play.
This is a great job by NC State. They're not forcing any type of play. They're not forcing a shot from a point. Very content to just move the puck down below the goal line.
Vanashevitz at the point plays catch with Stryker back and forth. Now down to Klein in the corner. Back to Vanashevitz. And back to Stryker. Fakes the shot. Gives it to Vanashevitz off the mask of Johnston. Still loose in front. And the referee loses sight of it. So he blows his whistle as the power play ends for the Wolfpack. And Johnston looks to be a little shaken up.
Yeah, I don't think that caught him right under the mask proper. It hit him in the throat guard instead. And that does absorb the impact a little bit, but you have to keep in mind it's only a thin sheet of curved plastic, so you're still going to feel it.
So no man advantage left for the Wolfpack, but 3:20 left in the game. NC State has it well in hand, 8-2 over the Elon Phoenix. Face-off won by Elon and cleared out. Bly got a piece of it, so no icing, and he will be beat to the puck. A man in front, great play by Bly to not allow that pass. A rebound, or excuse me, wraparound chance is stuffed by Camaris. 3 minutes left in the game now. Elon, possession now behind the NC State net and into the corner. Nelson's stick gets tangled up in the legs of an Elon player, but NC State will come away with it without a penalty.
Yeah, he may have gotten away with a hook right there. I think the officials are very keen that everybody wants to go home considering it's a blowout.
And you can see Elon getting very physical now. They're frustrated, down 6 goals.
And they have right to be frustrated, but only at themselves because they've had plenty of opportunities. I was honestly surprised they were not able to put a puck in the net in the first period because it was rolled out for them. State was having some severe spacing and timing issues, which to their credit, they have rectified. But Elon just didn't execute really when they had the opportunity to, and now NC State has just shut them down.
2.5 minutes left as NC State brings us in. That's Jack McDonald. He leaves it for Vanashevitz. Still loose in front. The puck found by McDonald, and he scores. 9-2 NC State.
Well, don't count it out yet, but for the home opener, we may get up to double digits. And wouldn't that be something? This place may just blow up. And once again, you see the prudence of driving the puck toward the net. A lot of black sweaters right there in front of McDonald. 4 in that case, even a pinching defenseman. McDonald comes in, toe drags the puck out of the pile, pots it. Great work.
And great eyes to find that puck in amongst a lot of skates and a lot of sticks.
You had both Elon defenders down there, and as we said earlier, 4 Wolfpack players.
Face-off won there by NC State. Jack McDonald gives it back to Sprinkle, who dumps it up into the Elon zone. 2:15 left in this contest, and that will be lofted into the NC State bench and warrant a face-off.
Most certainly NC State just looking to get out of this with as minimal trouble as possible. Anything physical, State has to skate away, minimizing injuries and making sure not to take unnecessary penalties.
And that's one thing that State has done very well last season and thus far this year. They don't get into a lot of fights. They stay composed and they do a great job being disciplined.
They don't get into a lot of fights, but they're easily agitated into taking retaliation penalties. That's something that they really have to work on. It's an improvement they needed to make this year. And so far, I've been impressed. They stayed out of trouble.
Cross-ice pass to Cook in the NC State zone. He's got time, and he'll float it up for Kristoff. Kristoff will bring it down the right wing. Just 100 ticks left on the clock. Up at the point, that shot by Cook blocked and taken back by Elon as they look to try and add one more goal to their total. Garrett Sunda picks it up around the blue line. He'll bring it back in. He's got a lot of space. Streaking in, backhander goes wide. Picked up along the sideboards by Fredenberg. He falls down and throws the puck in on net, and it'll be covered up by Johnston with 1:13 left.
Garrett Sunda getting in a little bit of trouble down back behind the net. He's not normally one you're going to see get into trouble.
Hey, 35, I got you. Badass.
So NC State will leave that line out. Sunda, the center. Engel on the right wing. Fredenberg on the left. And now Stryker and Cook out there. Cook has gotten a lot of playing time tonight. You've seen him play with both Sprinkle and Stryker.
Well, Sprinkle and Stryker are clearly going to be your top 2 defensemen, but you have to keep in mind with the loss of Tyler Cloutier, you have to find somebody to fill those shoes. It looks like Cook may be the guy.
And it certainly seems so right now, as that slap shot from Engel seems to have shaken up Johnston. Again, he's taking a couple hits to the mask tonight.
It hit him right in the same spot, right on the chin pad of the mask that time. And believe me, you take enough shots up there, it will hurt. You take one good solid shot up there, it's going to hurt.
And a cheer from the Wolfpack faithful as they are glad to see the Elon goaltender back up.
And you really got to give Johnston some credit. Yeah, he's got 9 goals against on his resume. That's going to bloat the goals against average. He's stuck in there. He's made some incredible saves. He's just had absolutely zero help.
NC State wins the faceoff. Sunda's centering pass for Fredenberg is broken up, with the zone kept by Engel. That one, the shot from Stryker gets deflected just wide. And a man cherry picking for the Phoenix is ignored. They'll bring it in, 45 seconds left. Slap shot blocked by Stryker in front. Fredenberg knocks his man off the puck, and it's left for Stryker, who will bring it out. He brings it in, he's got Engel. He's going to hold on to it, trying to bring it in front as he scores!
Oh my word! What an individual effort! The Stryker strikes! That's why he's the captain, though. That play is not about the breakaway and the great moves he just put on, because he beat everybody right out of their skates. It starts down here with a block shot. He stays in front of the puck, is able to block it, and then makes the play to get up, take the pass, goes in, and he just made the goalie look like an absolute fool right there. That's a dig for the ages.
And that was just flat out hard work. I think Stryker wanted to see his number up on the board with the scoreboard. Now 10-2 with just 28 seconds left. And NC State cruising to a season-opening victory here at home.
Welcome to the not often seen land of double-digit scores in hockey.
Looks like NC State will end the game with Bieberdorf and Klein and Oakley out there. That's the forward line. Cook and Sprinkle out there as a face-off won by NC State forward. Bieberdorf brings it in. He gets it to Oakley. That shot handled by Johnston and covered. 17 seconds now left in the game.
And I fully expect for NC State just to win this draw forward. Go ahead, put it in the corner, and let time run out.
Elon now just looking to get out alive. That face-off one back. Cook will go back to Sprinkle. One-timer well wide and into the corner.
Looks like we have a Wolfpack player down. It's Spanish, pardon me. It's Zach Klein, and I don't know why he went down. It didn't look like the puck hit him.
Looks like Klein's up. That's 24, not 28. That's Matt Oakley. I'm not sure what happened.
Neither am I. Eric Murbach, the trainer, ex-NC State goaltender, is out to have a look. The only thing I can imagine was he took a stick up high.
He certainly didn't take the puck. As you see where he's down in that right face-off circle to the right of the Elon net. Sprinkle shot, first of all, if it hits him, I don't think it was going hard enough to really cause any damage, and it went to the left side, so I think you're right, Drew. He must have taken a stick. He's up now, a little slow, but I think he'll be all right.
And Oakley's one of those guys. He's going to be a shoe filler once again. Came in, played significant minutes toward the end of the season, including in the ACCHL tournament, and now he's going to have to be one to start scoring goals. But it's certainly always good to see an injured player get up, skate to the bench on his own power.
So now with just under 9 seconds left in the game, the faceoff comes out of the Elon zone. Bieberdorf again to take it. Nelson out there in place of Oakley. Elon wins that faceoff, and they're just going to run the clock out. Cleared up. The horn sounds, and NC State walks away with the season-opening victory, pummeling the Elon Phoenix 10-2.
It's a 60-minute effort. That's one of the biggest keys NC State had to have. Were their wheels fall off the wheels fall off the wagon moments? Yes, absolutely. The first period wasn't excellent, but it was enough to go ahead and start getting pucks in the net. They built on that in the second period. Little trouble at the beginning of the third, but they finish it out stronger than ever. That's something Coach Mike Gazzillo wants to see. If you consistently are improving throughout the game, it's always a good thing to have happen.
And one of the things that was signature of the 2006 Carolina Hurricanes was a very strong third period, and NC State with 5 goals in the third period. Clearly a strong team in the third period. And as you mentioned, they built through this game. They only put up 2 in the first period, but then 3 in the second and 5 in the third, as I just mentioned. So a great showing from NC State tonight.
Right now, as it appears, I would not want to face this Wolfpack team in the third period, or any period at all for that matter. It's a strong team, certainly defending that title of ACCHL runner-up. They're looking to make a run at the gold this year. After that effort, they very well may be able to do it.
Well, the final score here, as we said, NC State 10, Elon 2. We'll be right back with our post-game interviews here on Wolfpack Sports Television, bringing you into the pack.
It's a post-game win for the Wolfpack, defeating the Elon Phoenix by a final count of 10-2. Drew Blevins alongside Captain Tom Stryker, as well as Dan Blue, both of who had 2 goals in this game. Tom, I'm going to start with you. You were the one who capped it off by getting your number uniform in goals, number 10. Talk about that great individual effort.
I just saw it as saw an opportunity, and right through the neutral zone. When I got it past that other guy, I saw a nice little break, and when I got into the offensive zone, goalie was down. So, coach is always telling us to get the puck to the net, so that's what I did.
Not often you see a defenseman use those type of handsy moves. What was the thought process there?
You're having plenty of time in practice to mess around. You usually don't get time in game, so whenever you get an opportunity, you kind of go for it. It was late in the game, so I didn't see too much harm in trying it. So,
Danny Blue personifies why you want to camp out in front of the net. It's certainly where he made his bread and butter tonight. Walk us through those first 2 goals.
Yeah, like you said, I was just kind of in the right place at the right time. It was a great effort from both the guys who got me the puck, Tom on the second goal and Kleiner on the first goal there. I couldn't have put it in without those 2 guys putting the puck at the net, so it's just a great team effort.
Certainly it's an ACC opening win. What are you looking for out of the rest of the competition as you go forward with the season?
More of the same. That was a great way to start out the season. 10-2 win. You can't complain about that at all. Great support from the fans. We hope to keep that up going out into the season and just keep hustling, keep going, keep working, keep winning some games.
It's a big win for the Wolfpack. Dan Blue and Tom Stryker will be back with Jack McDonald momentarily. This is Wolfpack Hockey on Wolfpack Sports TV. Drew Blevins alongside the NC State Player of the Game and Jack McDonald, one of the young guns. First collegiate hockey game for you. How's that feel?
It feels good, coming out of youth hockey and as a freshman, getting to meet all the guys and stuff. It was nice to have a good first game, and it was a really good team effort. Put up a lot of goals there, so it was really exciting to have a good game. Yeah.
It's certainly exciting to make a big splash into collegiate hockey with 2 goals of your own. Walk us through those plays.
First one, I got the easiest part. Sam there made a real nice move around the net, threw it in front, and I had all the time in the world to bury it, and just shot it in the right place. So it was a real good effort by my line mates. And on the second one, I had another one of my line mates, Christoph, working hard in front of the net, distracting the defense, and I just kind of made a little move and put it up top, and it worked out pretty well.
And certainly one of the new intricacies to NC State Wolfpack ice hockey is playing in this Olympic-sized rink. As a freshman, you wouldn't have experienced Raleigh Center ice except through youth hockey. How does it feel to be playing on the bigger ice?
It's tough, honestly. It's a lot more skating and a lot more space, but we got a real fast team, and I think we can play that to our advantage and take them on the outside. And I think we did that really well tonight, using our speed and putting up some good points. Making such a big impact tonight. How much fun was that to play in your first ACHA hockey game? Oh, it was a great time. All the guys were real happy for me, and it was real fun for sure. That's Jack McDonald, our Wolfpack Sports TV Player of the Game. Thanks so much for joining us. Thanks. We'll be back with the man behind the mustache, Coach Mike Gazzillo, after this. You're watching Wolfpack Hockey's postgame show on Wolfpack Sports TV. Drew Blevins alongside NC State's winning ice hockey coach, Coach Mike Gazzillo. Coach, things got a little bit shaky there at the beginning of the third period, but your team was able to put the wheels back on the wagon and come out stronger than ever. What did that mean?
Well, I said to them between the second and third period, don't let them back in the game, and they let them right in the game. A couple of guys looked and like timeout, and I said no. I didn't really feel there was any reason to panic. I didn't want guys to think I was thinking that. So no, just keep going, just get it back. That's all I kept saying, just get it back. Who's it going to be? Get it back. And they went out and they picked up the game, and I think when we got that next one, it sort of changed a little bit of the jitters on a couple of the guys.
Certainly, even a bigger impact is the fact that 3 players were able to pot 2 goals for you. What does it mean to be able to have a team spread around the offense?
Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's exactly what you want from everybody. If that's when you're getting production, when everybody's got a hand in it. Quite a few guys got assists. Sam got assist. I don't know about Andrew, but I know that Matt Valillo did. So it's good to see the new guys in their first game get some points, whether it's a goal. The assist sometimes is just as important as the goal. So, yeah, it's good. It'll be good for the plus-minus stats, and it gives me a little something to think about going into JMU.
Without a doubt. Certainly the spacing and timing issues still may present themselves as we continue on throughout the season. How in the world do you coach your team to play on this Olympic-size ice surface?
Well, we tell the D that from the face-off circles in, it's the same exact size. And, when we play our defensive zone system, it's basically the same in there. The space is really all on the outside. It gives our forwards a little bit more. And, like Jack had said, we've got speed on the team. So it's just a matter of just keeping things high-paced in practice and, working on different things that are going to put them in a position to succeed. And I think they looked pretty good tonight. I was happy.
It's a big win, certainly even bigger to start off the season with a W. What do you look for as you head into James Madison and continuing ACC play once returning home?
Yeah, James Madison, all I've got to go on is last year, which I really don't like to, dwell on the past. But we saw them once, very good team. We did beat them in our place 3-2, I think it was, or 4-3 in overtime. They're fast, they're physical, they're a very good team. So, this one's behind us. I think for a lot of the new guys, they got a chance to get that game out of the way. Sometimes it's the first shift, sometimes it's the first game. Got a couple of new guys who are going to play JMU, so they were able to stay here and watch the game. They did some stats for me, but, they have an idea of what the game is about. But, yeah, we're just going to have I got 2 weeks of practice to work on a couple of odds and ends that I think we need to do better with, and we'll be fine.
That is the winning coach of the NC State ice hockey team, Mike Gazzillo. Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Signing off for all of our broadcast team, including our play-by-play guy, Chris Lehman, I'm Drew Blevins saying, Wolfpack, get a win. Thank you for watching NC State Ice Hockey on Wolfpack Sports Television, bringing you into the pack.